What's going on, everybody? Just got back from Lake Winnipeg. Got our Manitoba one-man limit here. Got some walleye. The dog is very happy, aren't you, Rex? Yeah. He's waiting for some scraps, so gonna show you guys real quick how to fillet a walleye. 5 cuts, quick and easy. Stay tuned. All right, buddy, what do you think? Should we get started? You want some fish? Yeah? Okay. Well, there's one thing we gotta do before we start. All right. Well, here we go. So, basically, you're just gonna take your knife. You can pretty much see where the meat, if you feel at the tip where it starts, like it's all squishy right here, it's bone right there. So you're gonna try and take your knife and go on an angle in between those 2 fins, right towards the back of the head. Boom, and then you're gonna hit the bone and literally just turn that knife on the bone, keeping it angled down the whole time. You don't want to have it angled up. If you have it angled up, then you're going to come and cut through the skin. It's not going to be pretty. Turn that knife, keep it angled down, ride that bone all the way back to the tail. Just letting it slide. Shouldn't have any force. Shouldn't take any force. Boom, there you go. We bled this fish out earlier today, so there's no blood inside of it. It's perfect, ready to go onto the pan. I'll show you how to take the ribs out in a second. Again, fin towards the back of the head. Turn, and once you hit the bone, keeping it turned down. Riding that spine the whole way. All right. We'll just get rid of that stuff there. Throw that into our garbage bag. All right. Look at that. I don't think you could get more meat off of any more meat off of that. All right. Now, I know some people do this, but most people I know don't do this cut. Start behind this fin here, cutting towards the throat. Boom. Same thing here, behind this fin. I'm going to use my other hand so I don't accidentally cut myself here. And you can see you're just cutting right behind that fin. There's a good chunk of meat in here. That is extremely good when it's fried. Again, just cut that right out. Boom. Look at that. Good chunk of meat. I call it the walleye wings. And last but not least, these beautiful cheeks. So you can see that there is, if you take your finger, you can actually see where it's, I should say, where it's squishy, right? And the bone rides on the outside. So I just take the tip of my knife. I always start right where the bone is so you can't miss meat. And then just roll it. You're gonna roll that knife like you're scooping it with a spoon almost, but use the tip and only the tip. Just ride the bone. Perfect. I stop once I hit the eyelet. Take the tip, riding the bone all the way, and you can see that it goes a little further than you would think it would. Down here, almost by the cheek, right by the jawbone. Take your finger, flip that forward, peel that cheek. I slice it right to the skin, but not right off. And then you can just take your finger and peel it almost right off the skin. Perfect, just like that. There's your cheek. There's your walleye cheek. Soon, buddy. I'm sorry. Do this side. Just scooping that knife out. Perfect. Get to the eye. I gotta go a little further there. There we go. Slice it to the skin. Not through though. I just find it's easier to take off the skin if you don't take the skin off the fish. And there you go. And that is how you clean a fish. I'll do the skin and the skinning and the ribbing before I forget. Sorry, buddy. into the garbage we go. All right, so you got your walleye wings. Walleye wings are done. Cheeks are done. Keep those there. Oh, gotta have a quick sip. All right. So, the only thing left we gotta do is skin it and take the ribs out. I personally like to take the ribs out before I skin it. So you can see those ribs. Just to take the tip of your knife and ride it along, turning towards the ribs the whole time. You don't want to cut down at any point, otherwise you're going to cut through the fillet and you're going to be upset. Keep that tip nice and straight. Again, aimed up the whole time, like you're scooping these ribs out. Just like you scoop the cheeks out. And you can hear the ribs the whole time, so you know you're on the bone. If you don't really hear it, then you're cutting too far into the meat. You want to back up. Just keep it turned up. You'll be fine. All right. Almost through. Perfect. There you go. And you can literally, that is walleye rib cage ready to go into the garbage. There's no bones left there at all except for in the center here, which I will take out before I cook the fish, but then I just start at the tail. Slicing. Again, you want to kind of keep the tip of that knife down. You don't want to cut up. Otherwise, you're going to cut through the fish. And just keep it nice, and you can see, you know, you cut as you're cutting along. You want to just keep it aimed down, but don't cut into the skin. You don't want to cut up and into the flesh. You just want to ride that perfectly in that seam, and it should almost just peel off perfectly. There we go. Started to cut through. We saved it though. Hey, I'm not perfect, but I'd say that fillet was almost almost perfect. So the only thing left here, if you want to make sure that you got all the bones, is there's a center section right here. You can hear the bones. So you just want to run your knife right along the outside edge of that. Alright, there you go. And then same thing, just on the inside or the top half. Running it right along that. And you can almost just let the knife do its thing. And there you go. You peel it right out. Perfect. Straight into the garbage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get 5 cuts out of a walleye. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, grab a Sue Crams.